Hello and welcome back to a video on the second channel. Today I'll be just updating one of my smaller games I've made. Why? Because I'm bored, that's why. Just a bit of background context, I'm going to be updating the Cube game, or the Foolish Cube game. It was a game I made in April Fools about a cube. You can move it around a bit, you can rotate it, and adjust its size, and that's it. So yeah, this is going to be me updating it and adding a few things. Okay, so this is the development for the Cube game. I really want to start updating this, and yeah, it's quite a lot to take on. It's mainly just UI, but if you look, just give me a minute. If you just look real closely, like really closely, you can see there's a single cube here, and this is where all the magic happens. This is just like update to keep everything in form. This is just string stuff. This is the resolution. This is just movement. This is rotation, and this is scale. This is just to reset the cube. That's to open any URL, and that's to quit. So there's three things I want to do. First off, I want to add a save and load. No wait, that's the third thing. Sorry. The first thing I want to do is add color, because I wanted to add color beforehand, but I ended up scrapping it because it wasn't working out. Now I think I have an idea on how to do that. The second thing I want to do is add history, so you could go back, go forward, control Z, control Z, control Shift Z, or control Y. I don't know, depends. The first thing I said, a save and load system. So let's just get started on color. All right, let's start designing the front end. So where do I? Okay, so I have an idea of what I want to do. Let me just copy this color real quick. Paste it here. There we go. So I want to have 3 sliders, one for red, one for green, and one for blue, like over here. And instead of doing it manually, I will have a button instead to set the color. So let me just start getting that set up. I should probably add tiles for everything too, but I don't know. Alright, next thing I'm doing is adding a text to each of it so that you can tell clearly what it is. So we're gonna have red at 255. We'll just put red as 255 in this example. I'm just getting some of the back code up and ready. We just need to make sure it works. First off, I gotta link up the cube material, which is already linked up, and it's perfect. We don't really need to have it opaque, but I like to have it like that. But I think it's better to have it like that. Then we have a material, just need to set each of the sliders in the button. The game manager, cube, button, set color. Alright, run the game. Alright, I'm going to show you some things before we really test out the color. First off, you can move the cube in any direction, such as up, down, left, right, even forward and backward. And you can also rotate the cube in all three directions. You can also scale the cube. Yeah. And you can also reset, but we don't need to do that because it's basically already reset. And this is our resolution. This is just some info stuff. And here's our color stuff. So we could just select this. We select this to here and select that to here. Let's click set color. Right, seems to be working, but will look like this. Yes, it does. Now, first off, let's also add a little preview here. And almost done. Just gotta add B, G, R. There we go. Okay. Game manager, image. Where is he? There it is. Color preview. R, G. Everything works. Alright. Next step. Okay, that's basic color theory done. Next thing to do is like add some sort of history. Oh god. What I'm planning to do is that every time the player finishes making a change, I'm going to somehow get mouse up, and whenever which is only during the frame, we're going to check. We're going to make a separate void that check if everything's the same as the last one, and if not, we're going to save it into the history. So yeah, that's my plan. But first, I'm going to add a debug statement like, oh, got it, just to see just to show what I'm talking about. So like if I change this, yep. So now we just gotta get that void working. Now I know you might barely be able to hear me, and I'm sorry about that. It's just, for some reason my mic is just doing this, and I like have tried noise canceling stuff, but that just caused a bit of problems. But look, I'm starting to get used to it, but if you can't like hear me, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but but it's probably like something to do with like the ambience around me. That's something we need to figure out. But anyway, this is a basic idea of what I want to do. I'm gonna like leave it off here. It's been 30 minutes, so I'm probably just gonna like I honestly I'll keep working on it for a little bit, see if I can figure out what this problem is, and then I'll probably like get off and finish this tomorrow, or like finish it tomorrow, or at the very least later, because I don't really feel like going through this a whole day. Alright, let's just continue. Ta-da! And I just realized a big flaw with this. So we want to clear everything up to this point while I is greater than history index. Shut up, more variables. I can't play right now. Cube data dot remove at I, and I is minus. So if while I is bigger than history index, we remove everything up to that point and then create a new index right there. But the good news is now we have a working history system. Nice. Now the last thing to... Alright, we got both of those done. The last thing to do is make a save system. Save and load system. And I'll do that later. But before I post this... Alright. Okay, last thing to do is make a save system. And I'll do that later.
Not even a full hour later.
Alright, it's been like almost an hour. Yeah, an hour. It's been like almost an hour, and I'm back from my break. I'm ready to finish this. Now, the reason why I just copy and paste this, and because I didn't really feel like writing this all out myself, so I just copy and pasted it. Yeah, that's literally why I wanted to just do that. Anyway, basically, I want to do this with names. So first thing you can do is get a string, save name. Make that this. Or what we could do, save the cube. We could save the cube as a certain file name, and then retype it in and then load like that. That could work. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Alright, found this, and let's do save name. Public void set name I'm going to save it by history index. Now I'm going to load the current. Now I'm going to load the current thing and also clear all of its values. Clear its history. We're going to start by clearing the history. Loaded data equals load cube. Okay, almost done. Last one. Load. Okay. So let's just say we make it like a darkish blue. Rotate it about like this, scale it in these directions, move it up here and down here. And now let's enter the text and say something like 1. That's the exclamation point. 1. Now I'm going to do some of this. Now, once we click save, see? Well, let me just open this in Notepad. See? Everything works. Now let's color a different way. Move it to the right, move it up, move it forward, rotate a different way, scale it more and put all these down to 0. Now if we do 2 and then save it, it saves that as well. And now if we were going to go 1 and then load it, okay, it doesn't work. That's a slight oversight, but hey, it works. And that's it. That's the update video. The update is out right now as I speak. And yeah, that's it. Bye.